Good evening, I'm Joe Peterson, and this is Newswire TV. Tonight, we report on the devastating aftermath of a deadly Russian ballistic missile attack that has left a community in mourning and the world on edge. The missile strike, which occurred in a densely populated area, has resulted in significant loss of life and widespread destruction. Emergency services are working tirelessly to search for survivors amidst the rubble, while the injured are being treated in overwhelmed local hospitals. International condemnation has been swift, with leaders around the globe decrying the attack as a blatant violation of international law. The strike has escalated tensions in the already volatile region, raising fears of further military confrontations. As the world watches, the affected community is left to grapple with the profound human and material toll of this attack, while calls for accountability grow louder. In Israel, a tumultuous weekend has left Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu facing a shrinking set of options as he navigates one of the most challenging periods of his political career. The past few days have seen widespread unrest and growing dissatisfaction among the Israeli public. Protests have erupted across the country, driven by frustration over Netanyahu's handling of various crises, including security issues and judicial reforms. The situation has further isolated the Prime Minister, who is now grappling with deepening divisions within his own government. Netanyahu's leadership is under intense scrutiny, and his political maneuvering space appears narrower than ever. With his options dwindling, the question remains, how will he steer the country through this period of uncertainty? As Israel continues to face these internal challenges, we'll bring you the latest updates. Mongolia has chosen to ignore an international warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin's arrest, instead offering him a red carpet welcome during his recent visit. Despite the warrant issued by the International Criminal Court, which accuses Putin of serious war crimes, Mongolia extended full diplomatic honors to the Russian leader. This decision has sparked widespread criticism and concern from the international community, as it highlights the deepening alliances and geopolitical tensions in the region. Mongolia's decision to host Putin, without regard for the warrant, sends a clear message about its stance on global diplomatic pressures. As the world watches, this act of defiance is likely to have significant repercussions on Mongolia's international relations. We'll continue to follow this developing story closely. In the latest twist of the 2024 presidential race, recent polls are suggesting a potential blowout in a hypothetical matchup between Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. The numbers show Harris pulling ahead significantly, raising questions about whether this could lead to a decisive victory. According to the latest polling data, Harris is gaining ground in key battleground states, where her lead over Trump has widened considerably. This shift is sparking discussions about whether the race could be less competitive than previously anticipated. Political analysts point to a combination of factors contributing to Harris's growing advantage, including changing voter demographics and evolving public sentiment. As the campaign season heats up, these trends will be critical to watch. We'll keep you updated as more polls come in. The S&P 500 has experienced its most significant drop since the market turmoil in August, raising concerns among investors and analysts alike. The market took a steep slide today, with the S&P 500 leading the decline, signaling renewed volatility on Wall Street. This drop, the largest seen in months, has been attributed to a mix of economic uncertainties, including rising interest rates and ongoing concerns about global growth. As stocks across various sectors tumbled, investors are bracing for what could be a rocky period ahead. Analysts are closely watching these developments, trying to gauge whether this is the beginning of a broader market correction or just a temporary dip. The financial landscape remains uncertain, and we'll be monitoring how this impacts the economy in the coming days. For now, that's the latest from Newswire TV. I'm Joe Peterson, and this is Newswire TV.